time for the day's topic of the day. My bad. Let's see. What was it? What was the topic? Oh yeah, the trip to Florida was amazing. Just to tell you that, this is my vlog, my second vlog, and after my second video, which was just a random video, thought it was pretty funny. Probably something you guys would have at least enjoyed. Let's see. We took the trip down there on 4th of July, and let me tell you, it was a lot of fun. We had tons of fun there in Florida. We played some games, classic games, went to the pool, went to the beach. Finally I went to the beach. You have no idea how psyched you can be to go to the beach. So much fun. Wish I could do it again. But anyway, went to the beach. After that, went to see part of my family, like outside of Florida, like, you know, into other places, other houses. And after that, went to saw Transformers 3, which I thought was pretty good. Alright, I'll tell you that in a few minutes. And that's it. That's pretty much it. Had oysters. Oh my god, oysters are the best. I used to not like oysters at all, but now they're so good. I don't know why. It's just when you crack it open, you get that meat, you just put it in there. So good. Yeah, I know, that was kind of weird. Don't doubt me for that. Let's go. Well, anyway, after I went back from Florida, I came back, you know, saw this huge, like, well, not huge, but like 3 packages. And this is 1 letter, about like maybe more letters too, from these colleges. Because I've been applying for college, so as you can see, been building up on my life lately. But I got stuff from Newmont, Drexel, what was the other one? Lakeland College, and, you know, other ones. But that's it. That's all I really got to say about that, as far as the mail goes. But yeah, got a lot of it, applications from college and everything, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna file the applications and when I get time, and hopefully that'll work out. Now let's talk about the movies that I've seen this summer. Currently, the 2 movies that I've seen is Super 8 and Transformers 3. Let's talk about Super 8 first. Super 8, I really wanted to see this movie. I was dying to see this movie. The one reason why I wanted to see this movie was this one name, Steven Spielberg. And it was executive producer, Steven Spielberg. And I was thinking, this is going to be an awesome movie. And I went in there with high expectations and just so hyped to see this movie. I went with my brother, and we had a good time. I drove there. I drove to the movie theater, went to there, chilled, you know, just watched this movie. It was awesome. It was an awesome film. The story of this movie is basically about a group of kids who are making this one film, this slasher horror film, for a film festival in their town. And they decide to go make a scene in an abandoned train station. What happens there is a truck comes right off the road, drives on the tracks, explodes, hits the train head on, explodes, and the train just crashes, derails all across the entire station. Luckily, the kids survive. So after that, they realize that something's going on. And what happens later on in the movie is some weird stuff start happening. People disappear, dogs are missing, the whole buildings are disappearing, gravity is going haywire. Everything is going nuts. And everybody expects it to be aliens or something else. No one really knows what's going on. But yeah, the one very good pro I have this movie is the characters. The characters are probably what makes this movie an awesome movie. I love the characters in this movie. I love the plot, the way the plot was structured and how it flowed throughout the whole movie. It was really good. Now, the one thing I really did not like were a few characters in that movie. And one was one of the kids who was wimpy and crying, and I'm like, who put this guy in here? Who put him in here? But I have to at least admit they did have a diverse set of characters, which I really enjoyed. They weren't the same. They were not one-dimensional. There was some character development, and I really enjoyed that. Okay. After that, the special effects were so beautiful to watch. They were really good. And they weren't all CGI, believe it or not. Some of it was organic special effects that like classic, and I love the classic explosions. Some of the sounds were classic explosions from the Indiana Jones movies that it felt really old, like one of those old movies. It's like the Goonies and kind of E.T. mixed together. Well, kind of like it. Not really. But it's like, yeah, it's like the Goonies. You can expect these kids to be like the Goonies because it's a mystery and they're wondering what's going on with this town. But this one kid just cares less about it and just decides to go on his own film. That's basically what the whole movie is. And it's directed by J.J. Abrams, which I think he's a really good director so far, and I can't wait for the next film he's going to make. Then you have the executive producer, Steven Spielberg, which basically made me want to watch this movie. I've loved Steven Spielberg throughout his whole entire filmography. He is an amazing director. But anyway, that's all really to say about Super 8. Now let's go to Transformers 3. The movie that I underestimated to the limit. I underestimated it to the limit. I really thought this movie was going to suck. Really was going to suck. Like, legit bad, terrible, absolute horrible movie. I was going to go there at least to be entertained. And in some ways, I was entertained. The storyline is basically the Autobots are on the Earth after the second movie, Revenge of the Fallen, and what happens later, Cybertron is destroyed. Well, yeah, Cybertron is destroyed after the second one, and then the Decepticons are trying to take over the Earth and bring Cybertron to Earth and kill the humans and make humans their slaves. That's basically what the movie was about. But there's more to it. But I'm not really going to spoil anything. But anyway, the characters in the movie were pretty good. There were a few characters that really got on my nerves. Really did not belong in that movie at all. They sucked. Terrible. Not their acting. It's just their character. Some of the scenes in there. Why? Some scenes in there did not belong there at all. Like, you know the scene where Sam is going to his job and everything? Trying to do his job, maybe trying to get his own life back together, which was pretty good to start the movie off like that. But to put his life back together in the scenes, some scenes there did not belong there at all. I was thinking about when is it going to be action packed, when are they going to fight, and just when is the action going to start. But no, it's slow, but it gets really high up towards the middle. Very slow. Now, the beginning was pretty good. It got you hyped up for the movie, though. Because you see these astronauts coming out of the space, the Apollo 11, and they see this mangled, like, metal, this spaceship. I have no idea. Part of Cybertron laying on the dark side of the moon. And they explore that. They're like, ooh. They're like exploring this thing. And you're really like, you're wondering, how in the world did that get there? If you haven't seen the movie, like the first and second, it won't really make sense for you because you won't understand how that piece of machinery got on the moon in the first place. But anyway, besides the point, the beginning was really good, but then it dropped a little bit, just dropped a little bit, because when it cut to Sam and a girl I replaced Megan Fox, which is Rosie, I know you're trying to replace her, and I appreciate it, but seriously, do a good job. I thought Rosie was okay. I just think Megan Fox was probably the best role for that, but she cussed out the director and, you know, got kicked out. But anyway, it was the middle started slowing down, and then it started getting really high up, and then just right at the end just explode, and it was awesome. The middle, I really like the middle though, because the Decepticons are on Earth now, the humans are being made as slaves, absolute hatred. You get emotional sometimes. Some of the mood it was set too. It was dark, gritty, a lot more different than the other Transformer movies. When the Decepticons take over and you see this trash town everywhere, and you get this emotion, and you just want the Autobots back because they get destroyed in the spaceship, sort of. But anyway, after that, the Decepticons are there, and then the ending was really good because the Decepticons get their asses kicked by the Autobots. They destroy the Decepticons. And I loved the ending battle between Optimus Prime and Sentinel and Megatron. Those were epic parts of that movie that really just almost gave me a standing ovation after the movie ended. Almost did. Almost did. If it wasn't for those cheap, dragging scenes throughout the whole movie, throughout the beginning of the movie and the middle, and leading it to the big battle, epic battle in the middle, then I would have at least given it a standing ovation and just applaud Michael Bay for that. I would have. I would have done that. Of course, that would have kind of made me a little embarrassing, but you know, you can't do what you got to do. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about this vlog. I don't want this vlog to go on too long, but let's see. I am going to get a job this weekend, or next weekend. I just want a job, like, really bad. Terrible. It's amazing how many jobs, I'm at the time I've been asking for a job and I haven't applied to it yet. And later on, I hope to get my license, too. I need to get some more driving experience and everything. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about this vlog. I'm going to tell you something. Post some positive feedback down in the comments below. And PM me, message me, email me, try anything way to contact me. I can give you a lot of my contact information. My Facebook is JONCREWS, and my email is bigjc33@gmail.com or goldeneyeman007@gmail.com. And the last one, you can message me on my account, PM me, Seabass Crew. And I hope I see you guys later on. Go ahead. I would love for you guys to post some ideas for videos that I could do. And I'll see if I can upload these as soon as possible. And hopefully, we can get my YouTube started. My channel completely filled with a lot of good videos lately. And I'll see you guys later.